Vive le français! Bonjour chers amis, j'espère que vous allez bien. Today I am telling you about French cuisine. I want to tell you about the wine and the cheese. This video, you can find it in French language as well. First of all, the wine. The first thing that you should know is the wine, you need to look where it was produced. So there are several places where we produce the wine. There is Bordeaux, there is Loire, there is Burgundy, there is Provence, there is Rhône. There's several places where you produce the wine, okay, in France. So first, there is Alsace. You need to find where you find out where does this wine come from. For each place, they have the specialty wine that is more famous. So, for instance, for Loire, it's le vin blanc, the white one that is a little bit dry, is very famous. For Bordeaux, you have the sweet wine that's very famous about this. For Burgundy, you have some specific red wine. For Provence, it's famous for the rosé, but now you can find everything everywhere. Huh? People have, but you need to know, okay? Les régions, there's the place where they produce the wine. And then each place will have the specific characteristics. So people who know a little bit, they taste the wines and they know, okay, this is the wine, this is the red wine from Bordeaux. Oh, this is the red wine from Burgundy. Oh, this is the red wine that comes from Provence. You all know. The wine, there are several things that you have to know. First is terroir. Le terroir is the earth, is the ground. The earth, how is it? Is it dry? Is it humid? Is it rich? Is it like the sand? Do you have stone inside? This is the terroir. That will give the taste to the grape. The second is the cépage. The cépage is the type of grapes that you will use. You have 100 different species of grape. So each grape has different taste. And of course you have assemblage, which is you will put one type of grape with another type of grape together, or 3 different grapes together and mix it and make the wine and produce one wine. And then there is the know-how of the producer, of the winemaker. The winemaker, they will have the knowledge and the way they will process the wine, put it in the oak barrel, how long they have to keep it, when do you need to harvest, how they harvest by hand or this or that. You have 3 different types of wine, as you know, rosé, white, and red. And now you have many new type of wine, as they say, rosé with fruit, white with fruit, which is kind of marketing product. The red grape will give the red wine. The white grape will give the white wine or the rosé wine. You have also something that is now the organic wine. So for a long time, the wine, people start to think it's not so healthy because they will put a lot of pesticide on the grape. And in order to make the wine, sometimes they will add many additives. They will add many things inside. Also to keep the grape healthy, the grapevine healthy, and they will add many things. So now you have the organic wine. Many people are looking only for organic wine. The organic wine is much more subtle. You need to open the bottle. Quite often in France, when you serve the wine, you need to open the bottle and let it breathe, I know my parents, when they drink the wine, sometimes they open the bottle, the organic wine, they open it one day before, and then they serve it the next day, because the wine will breathe and the taste will not be the same at all. What else do we have? Yeah, that's the wine. Oh, you have very important, you have a classification of the wine. So you have the highest quality wine, the highest label is called AOC, or AOVDQC, AOC. This means is the AOC, is the wine that come from a specific place. So you know when you buy AOC Bordeaux, that this wine has all the specificity, all the characteristic of Bordeaux wine. So if I like Bordeaux wine, I need to drink AOC. If I like Burgundy wine, I need to drink AOC Bourgogne. And then you have AOC. So consumer will know what they drink. Oh, this is AOC. Oh, it's a typical Burgundy wine, or it's a typical Bordeaux wine, or it's a typical Provence wine or rosé. Okay, it's AOC. Then you have wines that are vin de pays, vin de table. So what does it mean? It means vin de table, vin de pays, they have no specific characteristic. They are no specific characteristics. They are just the wine that's produced like this. Maybe you can like it. Maybe the taste will be very delicious. Maybe they will produce it in the way, wow, the taste, they were mixed several grapes, but they don't respect. They are not made from this specific place. The grape don't come from Bordeaux, they vin de table, okay, they come from France, vin de pays, they come from a big place. They don't come from Bordeaux, they don't come from Burgundy. So it means, you know, the land is more expensive in Bordeaux. The land is very expensive in Burgundy, because Burgundy is not very big. So if it's called Burgundy, already you paid for the origin. You paid because the land is, you paid for the grapes that come from this place. You know, if it's called Champagne, it means the grape has been produced in Champagne, in this place, so you pay for the grapes that come from this place. But the vin de pays, okay, the grape maybe come from farther away, they come from other places. So that's the first thing. And then the other thing, it doesn't have the specific characteristic. Maybe the winemaker is a little bit creative. I know some wine here that have vin de pays, and it's really delicious, because the winemaker, he came and he's decided, oh, I'm going to mix 3 different types of grape, and we'll add this, and I will try to do it this way and that way. And then in the end, I was like, wow, this wine is so good. How did he? Because he did it very special, you know. So it really depends on your taste. What I am advising you, and if you're looking for a high quality wine, first go to the producer. If you can go to the producer with the car, the price will be twice cheaper. So you can buy the much higher quality wine that is cheaper price. Then you can taste the wine and see what you like, because different people have different tastes. I also advise you not to buy in the big supermarkets, not to buy the wines that's produced in huge quantity all over the world. Oh, it's all over the world, because they come from the huge field. They were passed, they put the pesticide with the plane. It's the same as in the US, very low quality, you know, they come, sorry if you come from the US, but that's how it is. You cannot compare French wine with US wine, you know, really. It's like the industrial, intensive industries, like you compare GMO corn with, I don't know, homemade bread here, you know. So it's better to go to local producer. I was selling wine in China. So in China, what we do, we went there, we find the small producer. These guys only have a very little production. And that's what you need to do. But unfortunately, when you want to sell to China, often they will tell you, oh, this year we don't have any production. La récolte a été mauvaise, we couldn't produce a lot, so we cannot sell to you. But that's very important. You need to find a small local production. And quite often it will be delicious, because they don't produce many bottles, they don't produce a lot. And they will sell it locally, they will sell it to people who come to the place. So that's what you should do, come to the place. You know, the big brand, also the big brand, sometimes you should avoid it, because when you have a big brand, they have several types, several quality wines. So they are very famous, say Chateau Latour, okay, but they do 10 different types of wine. The best one, you can never buy it because it's too expensive, and if you want to buy it, you need to go there directly, and maybe you will be able to buy 1 or 2 bottles, you know. And then the next one, then they have the number 2 and the number 3 and the number 4, and these wines are not so high quality, they are just so, and then it's overpriced, you know. And that's how they make money. They are like the wine that they will make money on this. Sell it in big quantity, and everybody want to buy it because it's written Chateau Latour, but in fact it's category 3 or category 2, and the taste is okay, but it's not, you know, you pay for the brand. You should know also that you have vin de garde and vin jeune. Vin de garde is the wine that you need to keep 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, and if you drink it after 20 years, it will be delicious. And then you have vin jeune. Les vins jeunes, it's the wine that you need to drink right now, like le vin de rosé, rosé, many rosé, you need to drink it right now. So you need to know exactly, is it vin de garde or is it vin jeune? You know, you need to know this. Many people have no clue about this. If you keep the wine for too long, it will become vinegar. So you should not keep it for too long. But some wine, if you don't keep it, then it's not good. Don't drink it now. Wait. My advice, if you want, and that's what many French people do, il faut se constituer une cave. You need to build a cave for yourself. If you live in France, you take your car and you go to several wine producer, winemakers, then you buy. And you come back home and you keep it in the cave, in your home. You keep it for 10 years or 15 years, and when you have some good guests, you take your bottle out. This is the wine that I bought 10 years ago at the producer. So this was a high quality wine, and I bought it from the producer, and this is vin de garde. So this wine, you're supposed to keep it 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, and I kept it 10 years, you know. So, and many people made a lot of money this way, I tell you, because before many people, French people, they bought a lot in Burgundy. It was very cheap. 10 years ago, 20 years ago, and after 10 years, it's a huge investment. And then they went to buy at a producer, you know, and then they sell it online and they can make a lot of money. But I tell you, the wine, once I really drink some wine that was like 40, 50 years old, I don't know how to describe it. It's really, really, it's in my mind. I just drink a little bit like this, and there was like 20, 30 different tastes. The taste was, you had so many different tastes just in one drop. It was, you don't taste the alcohol at all. You don't taste the alcohol, and so I tell you, my advice is try to do this. Try to buy some top quality wine. You go to the producer, maybe you pay 10, 20 euro for one bottle, but highest quality you can have, and keep it for 10 years, 20 years. Or you can buy some bottle, 10 euro bottle. It's already very high quality, if you buy this from the producer. Ok, let me leave you. À bientôt les amis. Au revoir, au revoir.